Hi, this is Greg Geller, president owner of the Boatman Group, and I just want to do a short video on the Boatman Geller ink color and type style pages. As you can see, if you go to the back of any catalog, most of them won't have this section. The type colors are grouped into three sections: dark, medium, and light, and you can read that for yourself. In general, the dark colors can be used on any background and are really good for return address and return address labels, whereas the light ones are designed to be contrasted with the dark colored background. They are not meant to be done alone on a white background. So just something to be mindful of. Next, we've got our 5 monogram options right here. And what we've done here, as you can see, is shown you each letter in its spot of the monogram. I do want to point out in the circle monogram, there are some fonts just to point out, not fonts, there are some letters just to point out to your clients. The D in the first spot is one of them. That is, we did not design the font. The F in the first spot can be, confusing. It looks a little bit like an E. The other one is the P in the first spot, and I think that is it. So again, those are just, I guess the O in the last spot. Those are just some things to point out to your clients if they pick the circle monogram. This is our initial font. This is for my wife, actually, Jane Boatman Geller. And as you can see, when it's a monogram, of course, the G, which is the last name, is in the middle. One tip when you're doing a husband and wife, the wife goes here. So in my case, and my wife's, Jane and Greg, it would be Jane Geller, and then G for Greg would be in the last spot, just as an FYI. Getting back to the initials, any font can be initials. We don't do script fonts as initials. And then in terms of any single initial, any font can be that, including a script font. Next, you get to our type styles, and a serif, by the way, is just kind of a little thing off of the font. So if you look at this H, it's got a couple serifs off the edges of it. And these first fonts are sans serifs. They don't have serifs on them. These all do, going all the way to the script section. The other thing in the serif grouping is you've got some open fonts, like the Caslon Open Face, the Naive Inline, and Fiddlesticks. Those are all, of course, open fonts. And then you also have capital fonts, like the Eve Small Cap, Engravers Roman, Naive Inline. Again, new engravers and Naive Inline are a sample of capital font where they don't change the size. Whereas if you look at the Eve Small Cap here, it's still capital font, it's just that you have upper and lower caps, or big and small caps. Then you've got our script fonts, which goes all the way to here, and then of course our Hebrew fonts. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.